got the music. Hey, Joycey, yo-yos, back at ya. I'm early. It's a good thing I put it up early because I just got my notice. All the steps that you have to go through. Hey, Chester, been loving on any wolves lately? Ew, I want that. Ah, oh, there it is. Trying to move it around where y'all can see it, but I can't do it. Good grief, I look up and there's a bunch of you. Hey, Lori. See if we're lagging today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, I forgot to look at a new screen. Never mind. Look at the live screen. 1. Oh, that's great. That's almost immediate. We like us some immediates, don't we? Ooh, it's 4:03. We're going to go. Galena. Whew. I have got to get these little guys magnets. But we're not going to worry about that today, are we? Wet everybody down good. I'm going to type a name in here y'all can go look at. I think that's the way you spell it. Hey, Gail. She doesn't give away too much of what she's doing, and I haven't been able to find. Y'all know me. I want step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't want to be the one figuring out the step 1, step 2, step 3. But that's just the way I'm built. So we're going to have a 2-stage process today. She uses Duralar, which we tested last week, and it did not. No, I don't think that matters. It's just going to be me. She didn't give a whole lot of detail, and she did a little Instagram video. I don't know about y'all, but those get on my last nerve. I want to watch them, and there's nothing there. Whoops. Magnets. But we're going to do it anyway. And I know that we tested this, and it didn't work. And we're going to give it another try. She did not specify whether it was wet media Duralar or plain. Let me get my crayons. I have some crayons. They're the Tim Holtzy ones. Oh, I forgot. I've gone a great far away on my commission. I'm going to move the camera up. Close your eyes. This is a 1/4 sheet watercolor paper. Picking up a big glare there on that white spot. This is a posthumous, is that how you say that? Of her dad. And the photo that she had was really poor quality. And I'd ordinarily turn them down if they're that quality. But she liked it. There was a lens flare in the photo. And so she liked that part. So I thought, okay, well, we'll just work with it. That might add to the mystique. This is where I get to see what y'all are saying. You like it, really? I know CB will want to see it when she comes in. He's got to be the focus. He's the one in the white shirt. Drippy's at the bottom. I think she'll like it too. Actually, this is one of those things where life happens and then you have to work with it. I had tape all the way around to make a really nice border, and then when I peeled it off, I had marks. So I thought, okay, well, we're just going to let them drip. There you go. But there's a good shot of the top of it. Okay, good. Let me put this where it won't get bent. Okay, how about we put it right there? Okay, let me see what y'all have to say. Cool. Let me know when CB drops in because she's always asking about how things are going. I do not know how this person, Glessner, gets her colors. I do not know. But when she gets through with it, it looks like the alcohol ink, but it's watercolor. Isn't that weird that adding that little bit of a wax? I need to put the camera back down. Because we sure don't want Kimberly to have a heart attack over the state of my... Well, how do you get this to go up? I can't get it to go. That one may have been one that was broken and I stuck it back down in there. These are all frozen. Look. There it goes. I just wasn't pushing hard enough. I'm just going to put some colors down. I've got my warm tin. Here's a marabou. Mixed media. Yeah, marabou. This came in my I need half an acre. This came in my Art Snacks box one time. See what else we want to throw at it. All right. Add it. And I've got a... Sound like our puppy. I've got a quill. Now here's where the fun part comes in. She then goes back in and uses watercolor pencils These are my Derwents. And I don't have a big set of Derwent. Oh, good. How did you put your silver brush in? I don't have a real good selection, so let's try. This is kind of a plummy color. Now, this is supposed to be meditative, and you let the pencil do the drawing. So you get it wet. Spray it. We need more water. And I saw her pick her pencil up from time to time. And I really wanted more white space. Joys of And I've got a small set of watercolor pencils. And of course, these don't let off color near like the you know what I'm trying to say. Let's do a little bit of black. I have no clue what I'm doing. Any warm colors? This is a brownish color. Hers were just awesome. Y'all know I'm kind of anal when it comes to just mark making. This would be fun to do with some music on. May end up with a great big mess. More. I definitely like the way the Derwents mark better. I got to be careful, or like usual, I'll get nothing in the center but a blob. All right, I'm coming on. Quit talking about me. It's kind of interesting. Meditative part. Yeah, music would help. We got pool. Look how that is kind of cool now. It would work on Yupo too. This is a brown. It picks up whatever color you've got that you're getting the wet from. Guess the trick would be knowing when to stop. See, I want somebody to tell me how. I want to watch them do it. Dang it. I'm looking for my ink black. You should get it wet first. Getting some cool marks, guys. And I would think any trick would work. I mean, salt or I put the brushes away. Let me get hang on, I've got to look at the little bottles and see what the names are. Black, not brown. I want something with some color in it. Lost red. Look, she found something. Haven't used my little salt shakers yet. Can you tell? There's coming some. I'm spraying from far away. Kind of cooled on me. Can you hear me meditating? Okay, I'm gonna come back on. Y'all quit talking about me. These are not my colors either, so you have that. We're getting some neat marks as it dries up here. Let's go back with the now it looks like a bug, a lobster. I don't like that. Hair dryer on low, about 14 inches away. That was lemon, but it's not showing up. I want to get this one all the way dry. Almost there. Well, I may have to change my opinion. He got boiled too much, that lobster. I like this. You don't have to do anything else with it. We sure got some interesting marks. I'm focusing pretty good too, aren't I? Huh. That bears playing. Let's do a, where are you going to put it? It's dry enough. It's dry enough. Let's do a cool one. Pretty cool. All right, quit patting yourself on the back. Okay, cool colors. That was almost a catastrophe. Let me get the cool tin. That's not supposed to be in there. And put these away and find a blue one. Looking magicals in here. I wonder why I bought a lot of icy colors. I don't have that many. Okay. I got turquoise. Okay, now. Y'all still with me? Hey, Jules. I'm having a little bit of a problem with these crayons breaking. Mama don't like that. I need to find a use for these since I had to have them. I thought this put it up. That would help. Okay, pans, quit fighting me. Alrighty, here we go. That stuff from underneath should happen to get on it. I can wipe it off on the back. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. This is kind of relaxing after playing with the watercolor because you just can't undo like you can here. You put it down, you pretty well got to figure out a way to live with it. It's a sagey green. And it may just disappear. I just want this to dissolve. I don't necessarily want it to mix. I haven't put these in the little miniature salt shakers yet, because I'm not real sure that the holes aren't too big. Now, let's get some blue going on here. Baloo. I'm going to go in with the watercolor first. Think meditation. I like that real light green. I think it was this one. I want that to stay here. Let me put this. I put the green one under the board, so don't let me forget it. I seem to be tilting. I don't really want to put any yellow. Ink black. Okay, I'm going to dry it now. I think you'd have better luck if you taped it down. Let's see how y'all are looking. Pretty good. I haven't ever used Epsom salt. What did I say that made you like acrylics better? No, it could be, but I don't think so. I was just going to practice a watercolor body. Hey, Judy. You guys are silly. Let me see what the color looks like. We're still a little bit wet. Come on, focus. We've got some pretty neat stuff going on there. That brown spot's on the paper underneath. Yeah, suppose you don't want some of those spirally things, you just get them off. And that's not a good one because it's got graphite on the back of it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm aiming for a piece of white paper. To me, this loosely resembles, there's one. I don't want that to get wet though. It loosely resembles pores. Backside is really wet. Pores and cells and all the stuff that you get with that. I think it's pretty cool, really. Hang on just a second. My earphones fell and that wouldn't be good to roll over. Okay. Since I lost my wireless ones in here. So let's suppose you don't want that on there. You can just take it off. I think I'm going to have to wash my. Anyway, you can neaten it up if you want to. Now that we're almost dry, I'm going to add some more purple. Got to be careful because all that other stuff is wet too. It's just not as wet as it was. And what do I do but try to make it look like a flower? Turquoise brush out. It kind of just looks like another color. I like the speckledy parts. All right, let's set this aside to dry. Let me see if anybody said anything I need to know about. Hey, Sophia. How are ya? Oh, yeah, but on that's on the watercolor painting, which I guess is part of the challenge. On here, you can get rid of it. Could be a jellyfish. I see flowers. If I don't see faces, I see flowers. And of course, I've got that dark spot right in the middle. So I'm going to let that one dry, finish drying on its own. And I'm going to bring the orange one back. It's got some really cool textures going on. Probably because of the brush out. Yeah, that's what it is. You see it right here where it's not dissolved. Okay, now that that's perfectly dry, turn it over. Come on, I need a dark blue. Oh, there it is right at the top. Now, because the nature of this being what it is, if I get it wet on the front to put in a cool color, it's not going to like it. If you're doing something. And I'm either going to do some more alcohol ink or I'm going to put these away. Bunny ears. It's got a bunny. Well, there goes part of that stick. Damn it. I don't like that. And if this doesn't do anything for us, we can erase it. So I could paint a body on here on the back side, but I'd have to clean off that color underneath it. Black. Where am I at? Some greens. Who wants to come be my keeper? You can use any art supplies you want to. Of course, you got to sleep on the bed. I mean, on the couch. We don't have a guest room. But you got a full-time job keeping me organized. I decided I really don't like playing. All right, done. Can you tell when I get bored? Huh? Tempted to blot it. And that's when I screw up. Because I get in a big hurry. right, that ought to finish it up. Dry enough. Let's see what we got. When I put that on high, I really was holding it as high as I could. So that works. I mean, not particularly this composition, but if I were to make this the center of a flower, it'd be kind of interesting. How cool the pencil mark is that didn't dissolve all the way. Kind of a nice touch. So the greens are on the back side and the oranges on the front side. Alrighty. Moving fast, huh? What have I got I can erase? Hang on, let me look. I've got something probably right here. Hang on, Snoopy. No, except that this may be alcohol. I think this is alcohol ink, but same. Are you with me, Gail? Here, down here. Down here is a spot that needs to come out. Okay, so the alcohol ink is going to have alcohol. Duh. I forgot. The paint sits just on the surface of Yupo and this kind of paper. See right there, it cleaned it. And that's probably on this side. Let's see if I can find a better example. Wait. I got plenty of alcohol ink. And funny thing is, I don't remember. Since the paint is sitting right on top, you can wipe it off. If there's any dye in the paint, sometimes they might stick around. It's not coming up as easy as it should. It's definitely on that side. Come on, prove me wrong. There. So it takes it back to white over having that brown. Does that answer your question, Gail? Well, yeah, I used to be the OC one. Yeah, well, this is Duralar, which is similar. Well, I never have either. So today was pull out some of those Neos that y'all brag about and make some scribbles and then wet it like I did, because if you put real watercolor on this, it doesn't go. It just beads up. Anyway, I was the OCD one. And I gave up. And I wanted to start this. That's why I kind of tried to rig it so y'all could see it, even though you can't. I want to practice painting some nudes in watercolor. It's about the hardest thing you can do, which of course that's why I want to challenge myself. That and faces in watercolor. I don't think I'm going to start that today. I'll save it till Thursday. Anybody got anything else? This is a whole lot cheaper. Wait a minute. Hang on, Snoopy. Butter paper. And the back side. So let's see about watercolor first. Aha! Girls, we're in business. Because you want something that's going to lose. You want something that's going to stay wet long enough for you to do this. If you spill that water, Vicki Ross, you're going in timeout. Did? If I go back and look at her Louise Dellingham's, see, this is real more what she had. Louise, she's at the top of the feed. And it's not Louise either. Perfect. This is what we're after. I'm going to use this little yellowish green. It's a cool color because it's green, but it's on the light side. Look what the Derwent ink is doing. That's weird. This is Inktense. Cool. If I just knew a thing or two about abstracting, I can paint you a pretty face. How about a pinky? Pinky. I don't have a pinky in there. Now this is cool. I get excited about this. Oranges, no pinkies. Poppy red, maybe. Still kind of orangey. That is just cool, guys. And this might make a good attempt surface purpose for a paint for a face. It'd be a wild ride with Mr. Toad. Okay, I'm looking at chat. You spelled it exactly right, Gail. It's by Graphics. Hey, CB. I can hear. I'm looking. CB, you asked me the other day if I had been painting, and I said yes. And this is as far as I've gotten. Let me pick it up. This is a posthumous commission. There, maybe you can see it. Okay. There's the top of it. He was a big equipment contractor for, clearing land and stuff like that. And the picture, the only picture she had that she liked had a sun spot in it, and she decided she liked that. So there you have it. And then drippies go all the way to the edge. And I'll recommend that she frames this by having her framer put a piece of foam core underneath the painting, and then mount both of those to a bigger mat board, like out to here, and then the molding. And that will allow, if they hinge it, it will allow the paper to move with the humidity in the air. And it's really stunning to see. Besides that, these deckled edges are just too cool to cover up. So she either likes this one or I start over. I can't do much else with that. So I said, let me know when you came in. So yeah, I've got a lot of hours in just thinking about it. And watercolor does have to be loose, well, in my world. You're welcome. Now what we're doing is playing with colored pencils, watercolor pencils, on the back of photo paper, which behaves similar to Yupo. Just scribbling. And so let's see, I'll show you the other two. There's one of them. There's the other one. Okay, we did this one first, and this is on Duralar paper. And I used a little brush over. I don't want all this pooling going on. This is a Derwent Ink Tints. I'll show you in a minute as soon as I can control this. Almost looks like a tiger lily. I'm just going to mop up some of that. Now put that aside so I can show you these. Okay, so Duralar. I did put some brush on it. That's what some of these orange marks are. Excuse me. You can see some speckles in here, but that's how it dried. Lots of textures in here. And so then I turned it over to add the greenery, assuming that it's some kind of a little shop of horrors picture. Turned it over and painted the greens so that they wouldn't mix all up with these. So there's that. And then there's this one. Same thing, I started with some distressed crayons because watercolor won't take to this paper. So I took some distressed crayons and just let it go. Put a little bit of Brusho in the middle, but you can't really see it. That darker color is the Brusho. So there's that one. There's another piece of that. And using a Derwent pencil is what caused this texture stuff in the front, in the top, because it seemed to push the water out of the way. Get rid of some of that or we'll be here all night. Hair dryer on low. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm pushing the water away so that I get those pigment marks. It's not quite dry yet, but dry enough to show you what I'm talking about. Well, I didn't put the camera back down. Show you what I mean by the pigment lines. As the water dries, it gets real thin, and then it deposits a little bit of pigment, and then the water keeps moving in, just like it does when on a lake that's going dry. And it leaves these little bitty lines, which is what everybody's going crazy for on Yupo and alcohol ink. But you can get the same results with watercolor. I did this with watercolor 20 years ago. I think I showed you all the floral I did, and I just thought it was the greatest fun in the whole world that I had invented something. I didn't. Look at the cool texture we got. Now, for those of you who don't want to work or invest in alcohol ink because of the toxicity or the smell, this is a perfect solution. I can do something with this. I can play with this technique. This has got the coolest marks. And even here where I put the pencil, it just kind of melds into the rest of it. All righty. Well, I had fun playing for all my whining about not liking to play. Come on, turn. Thank you. Yeah, Carol, I had a puddle of water. I put down on this one, I don't remember which one. Put down no, it wasn't this one. It was this one. I put down the distress crayons. Any water soluble will do, like everybody's Neos. And then I took a brush and kind of just tapped it to get it wet. I didn't really want the colors to mix totally. And then I just started moving it around. I took a pencil and just moved it into that wet area and trickled it out. Got a neat texture right here. Right in here. And if it starts to get dry before you're finished, then spray it. Now this one is on the back of photo paper, the Kirkland's photo paper. It's got a plasticized back on it, and it works pretty darn close to Yupo. And it's about a nickel a sheet instead of $2 or $3 a sheet. See these little lines we're getting here? Come on, focus. There we go. My camera's focusing really well. I said, and then it goes away. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Not going to play. Anyway, this paper took a puddle of watercolor, regular watercolor. And I started playing that way, and then got the watercolor pencils and the ink tints out. So that's kind of fun. I swear to God, this looks just like the UFO stuff. I mean, the alcohol ink stuff. See the marks here? You're getting a little bit of the pooling on the edge, but you don't really get the you would, I guess, if you played with it more. You'd have to dry it more. Get this kind of a drying where it just dries with lines all the way around it. This little spot right in here. Let's see another one. Right here. Right in here. Nope, nope. Okay, there's that. Now let me see who has questions. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's shiny. I wanted the brushos to... Did I say something naughty? No, I didn't say anything naughty. Yeah, Sailor here. I never know when it comes. Forgot what I was going to say. I wanted the brushos to be the sparkly before they all dissolved in the water. So I guess that means you've got to have just the right amount of water so that they don't all immediately dissolve. And again, you just take the pencil, go in and out of the wet spaces, and drag that water out, and the watercolor pencil or the ink tints will dissolve. See, here's some marks right here. These. And these were where I had a big puddle of water here, and I took my pencil and on its side and just brushed that river right up in there. Ooh, there's another cool one right here. And that's because the pigment dried as it shrunk in size, as the puddle shrunk. You can see them all through here now. Isn't that cool? It's worth exploring, and besides that, everybody's already got the watercolor. Ta-da! There you go. So I invented something against my will, and now I'm going to go have an adult Kool-Aid and see what's going on in the other half of this household. Deserves some plotting and planning to make some cool looks and designs. All right, I'm gonna shut myself up, and I will see you guys back here on Thursday at 4. Okay, and we may paint a nude. I may practice a little bit tomorrow. Bye. Love you guys.